welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue on the study of Abdu'l-Baha's Some Answered Questions. The next part we're going to look at is called Proofs and Arguments for the Existence of God. Mind you, before I read this, I want to let you guys know that a Baha'i concept of God is basically that God is so exalted that not even the attributes like omnipotence, omnipresent, and all-knowing, all-wise, merciful, forgiving, does justice to the definition of the reality and essence of God. Obviously, God is unknowable in his essence, but we know him through the effects and signs that either we receive personally in our lives, either through dreams or visions, intimations, or even like the way that we manifest love and kindness. These are all just manifestations of God. So the first part again is about God. So we're going to read this, and again, we're going to read this with this notion that God in reality is unknowable in his essence, but we can know God through his signs. Abdu'l-Baha will help us understand God's exalted station. Among the proofs and arguments for the existence of God is the fact that man has not created himself, but rather that his creator and fashioner is another than he. And it is certain and indisputable that the creator of man is not like man himself, because powerless being cannot create another being, and an active creator must possess all perfections to produce his handiwork. Is it possible for the handiwork to be perfect and the craftsman imperfect? Is it possible for a painting to be a masterpiece and the painter to be deficient in his craft, notwithstanding that he is its creator? No, the painting cannot be like the painter, for otherwise it would have painted itself. And no matter how perfect the painting may be, in comparison with the painter, it is utterly deficient. Thus, the contingent world is the source of deficiencies, and God is the source of perfection. The very deficiencies of the contingent world testify to God's perfections. For example, when you consider man, you observe that he is weak, and this weakness of the creature betokens the power of one who is eternal and almighty. For were it not for power, weakness could not be imagined. Thus the weakness of the creature is evidence of the power of God. Without power there could be no weakness. This weakness makes it evident that there is a power in the world. Again, in the contingent world there is poverty. Hence, there must be wealth for there to be poverty in the world. In the contingent world there is ignorance. Hence, there must be knowledge for there to be ignorance. If there is no knowledge, neither could there be ignorance, for ignorance is the non-existence of knowledge. And if there were no existence, non-existence could not be. It is certain that the entire contingent world is subject to an order and a law which it can never disobey. Even man is forced to submit to death, sleep, and other conditions. That is, in certain matters, he is compelled, and this very compulsion implies the existence of one who is the all-compelling. So long as the contingent world is characterized by dependency, and so long as this dependency is one of its requirements, there must be one who, in his own essence, is independent of all things. In the same way, the very existence of a sick person shows that there must be one who is healthy, for without the latter, the existence of the former could not be established. It is therefore evident that there is an eternal and almighty one who is the sum of all perfections, for otherwise he would be even as the creatures. Likewise, throughout the world of existence, the smallest created thing attests to the existence of a creator. For instance, this piece of bread attests that it has a maker. Gracious God, the change and the outward form of the smallest thing proves the existence of a creator. Then how could this vast, boundless universe have created itself? and come to exist solely through the mutual interaction of the elements. How patently false is such a notion? There are theoretical arguments adduced for weak souls. But if the eye of inner vision be opened, 100,000 clear proofs will be seen. Thus, when man feels the indwelling spirit, he is in no need of arguments for its existence. But for those who are deprived of the grace of the spirit, it is necessary to set forth external arguments. So you see, he's saying that here Abdu'l-Baha is basically trying to say that the fact that God is unknowable in its essence, we should not try to grasp him through, ways of human limitations, like through language or through words or analogies, or even through arts. We shouldn't try to draw what God looks like. And that the only reason why people do that is because they just want to know what he is looking like, or if he does exist, but that's the problem, is that if he's unknowable in his essence, then it's futile to think that however much one strives to know about God and try his hardest to reach the final destination of knowing God, it will never be possible, just like atoms will never, and not even in billions of years, will know that they are part of the creation of the part of the creation of the universe, that they are co-inhabitors of what exists in the world, in the universe, and then they will never know that they give rise. The combination of elements won't ever know that when they are combined, they give rise to intelligent beings like humans, who are very complex, culturally, religiously, educationally, intellectually. So many facets of human existence is so complex and sophisticated that it somehow outweighs the elements that exist, that give rise to us. And so I really like that Abdu'l-Baha is basically drawing this picture of, for there to be existence, there must have been a creator. And just because we can't describe the creator does not in itself disprove God's existence. I hope this was helpful. It's almost 10 minutes. If you have any questions, please write down in the comments below and share this video and let me know what you think. I will get back to you guys. See you soon.